What's going on, Malakis? It's your boy. When I see you, girl. When I see you, girl. Oh, I'm gonna give you this extreme comb over. And in this video, we're going to go over talents as a whole, war talents, troop production, resource production, all that good stuff. Have no fear, Danger Dog's here. There'll definitely be rallies, timestamp, pin comment, y'all already know the deal. But before we get into anything, bros, I'm telling you right now, these are my talents, okay? I do not expect any of you guys to copy them, especially if you don't have the kind of gear or the kind of mindset I do or whatever the case is. This is just kind of like a crash course, if you say, okay? Also, I would highly recommend only specializing in 2 troops. There's a lot of guys out there that have gear sets for each type of troop, and then they'll mix and match them as they need it. And those kind of players, well, I'm telling you right now, they will never be anywhere near rally leader status unless they are on their one troop type that they're going to send a rally at. And I don't know, man, look, I'm not going to try to talk poop against anybody, but that's just what I've noticed in my experience of playing the game, okay? But anyways, let's just go ahead and dive right into it, shall we? Let's start off with war talents, because a lot of you guys in the comments keep asking me, talents, and I'm paying attention, guys. I read all the comments, and I answer back on all the comments, okay? Why? Because I love you guys, I really do. Alright, squad offense. You would be a fool not to 5 of 5 this. There's a lot of guys that only put 2 points into it to unlock the next tier. You're messing yourself out of 4.2% or whatever army attack, and this is how it all goes, okay? Attack, HP, and defense, exactly in that order, from best to worst, okay? Now, when you attack players, your attack, HP, and defense are all being worked together. The same thing is said when you defend, your attack, HP, and defense are all working together. Do not pop a defense buff, okay? Just don't do it, because you'll end up losing more troops and killing less troops when you attack and when you defend, okay? Hopefully that clears that up with everybody, okay? So, army attack is always going to be, no matter what anybody says, the most valuable military offensive stat you can acquire, okay? It'll always be the most valuable. Promise you guys it will be, okay? So let's continue on, right? I ignore all of the troop level 1 stats because, look at this, it's for 15 points, this goes up to 7%. It's not worth it in my opinion, it's just not. And because I am infantry cavalry, I completely ignore all of my range stats because that's not the full force of my troops, okay? That's not what I'm hitting the hardest with, all right? And so let's move on, right? Squad defense, I ignore that completely, level 1. Squad health, okay? Squad health, this is for 15 points, you get 13% army HP. Army HP can be pretty much directly tied to your morale, and because I lead rallies, my morale is extremely important because I want to be able to burn my targets and or get troops back, basically, all right? So your morale is, it could be said that it's tied directly to your HP, but there's other equations to get put in there, but your HP does play a big role in it, okay? Ranged offense too, I ignore it completely because 20 points is not worth the 10% for ranged offense too. It's just not. I don't care about my ranged troops. If I had any Terror Thorn or Gargantuan jewels to replace my ranged attack jewels, I absolutely would not even think twice about it, okay? The same thing could be said about champion jewels, okay? I'll replace all of my gold ranged attack jewels inside of my equipment, okay? I promise you guys I will, because I don't care about ranged, I just don't. Infantry offense 2, cavalry offense 2, this is worth it. 20 points for 10%, that's about half a gold jewel. In my opinion, it's worth, okay? Always, these level 3s are going to give you 53%, and so they're totally worth it. The 50 points, totally worth it, okay? I do the same thing for cavalry offense 2. Or offense 3. Now here's the biggest gripe some of you guys have, and a lot of you guys are calling me like a loser or whatever, right? I really don't care, but a lot of you guys are like, bro, you're an idiot because you don't, max out your ranged offense 3. And here's my thoughts, okay? Less than 10% of my actual overall rally is comprised with ranged troops. Like 10% or less, actually. So why would I put 50 points into something that is less than 10%? the extra 45 points is what I'm getting at, right? Is not going to make or break the difference in terms of how much better they perform. Because remember, in my opinion, in my rallies, they comprise of 10% or less of the overall troops, okay? Overall troops. I am trying to inflict the most damage I can and lose the least amount of troops that I can, okay? Emphasis on the lose the least amount of troops. So, I have taken the liberty of getting squad defense 2, and if I had hidden talents level 4, I would max squad defense out. I really would, because 90% or higher of my rally benefits off of squad defense 2. It just does. Because when I attack somebody that's like 300 or 400 million might, and yes, I've got rallies like that, okay? I'm just backlogged. I promise you guys I do. I'm just backlogged, okay? My infantry and my cavalry both get into the rallies, and I end up having wounded on both or dead on both, okay? And squad defense benefits those two other troops. It doesn't benefit any of my range though, whatsoever, because after that wall's down, my range don't ever get hit unless you've got siege, and then at that point I don't really care because it's 10% or less of my overall troops. So in my opinion, it's definitely worth, and obviously max out your squad health too, because it's probably your most valuable talent out of all of these. You know, as far as your 50 points go, okay? At least in my opinion, it's definitely get it, okay? So I've got two different kind of PvE specs, player versus element specs: troops in gold and buildings in research, okay? Troops in gold, I basically get the minimum required to get training speed 1 and training speed 2 to max. Then I come down up over here, and then I go all the way down. I ignore my construction, my research. I pick up every single one of my gold talents, right? Every single one of them, and I max them completely out. I also max out gathering too, because I want to be able to gather faster. This is basically when I'm hurting for resources, basically, right? This is what I use. Feel free to pause the video, rewind all that good stuff, and look at it again. But when I'm doing my building and research, I do get training speed 1 and training speed 2 again, but then I also come back up over here and I max out construction speed 1, research speed 1. I also get construction speed 2, research speed 2. I also max out gathering speed 2 and max load 2. I don't go any further because it's not worth it in my opinion. It's just not worth it, and there's literally no more points to spare outside of that. But hopefully you guys enjoy these rallies. Let's do it, baby. First hitter is Tristical. This person right here, we caught out, well, my homeboy Main's got game. I don't know how he does it. But he always finds these targets. Always. I don't know how he does it, but he just finds them. He's got like this, extreme comb over. Go back to the rallies. All right. So anyways, check it out though, right? He's got this meter. I don't know how he does it. I don't understand it, but he's got this I don't know what to say, bro, but the guy is an absolute monster for finding rally targets. He really is, okay? So shout out to Main Scott Game. This guy is an absolute monster. I would not want to war against him in particular. The guild, not so bad, but, you know, Main as a whole, I'll pass. Because I know it's only a matter of time before he finds a target to rally. That's all I'm going to say about that, right? And I'm actually going to look on this screen right here because I'm like looking back and forth right here trying to find the target. And so here we go, 3, 2, 1. We're hoping he doesn't shield because a lot of these LX guys, they literally just wait all day long, unshielded, and they no-life it because they want to soak a rally. And it kind of sucks because when you're in a guild that can only defend, basically, or that's what they pretty much do, they defend and talk smack, like, that's kind of boring in my opinion, it really is. Like, that's kind of why I stopped trapping, because I don't want to just defend, you know? I want to be able to attack, I want to join rallies, I want to rally people, you know what I mean? And so look at this, we have so many, very minimal losses as far as T4 goes. Very minimal. Look at this though. Look at this. Very, very, very minimal losses, okay? Like hardly any whatsoever. And he hit him with 2 troop types, by the way, okay? But just check those losses out, bros. Ah! I would hate to have to repair or basically heal up all of those T4, let alone have to rebuild all that might that just went poof. And how come he didn't get any reinforcements? I don't know. Like, I don't know why. I mean, a lot of guilds have it, like, as a rule, that if you are not in any kind of, like, a war talent or war spec, or you got your war gear on, you can expect 0% reinforcements. That's pretty much about it. Just check this out, man. It's pretty brutal, okay? It's pretty brutal. And then main comes back up, and there's that 15%, right? And main comes back up with the follow-up attack to get that 0. And that's all. It's pretty much all she wrote, man. I mean, and Wintro did send, I don't know what he did right there. He must have left the guild. I don't know. He sent reinforcements, and then he left the guild. And I don't know what he was thinking about that, but it's not going to save this guy in any amounts. If anything, you're just going to have a bigger repair bill. Because, you know, everybody always knows, right? Troops are made to die, basically. So if we lose a few troops in the process, man, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's not. And there's the 0. Boop. And here's this next one. 7 King. I have no idea. I'm telling you, man. Main's got game. Finds these dudes. GG. That's all I'm going to say. GG. 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 Look at my comb over. I know you like it. All right. And so there's like 3 rallies going on all at once. We've got Fire for Hire, we've got Main's got Game, and we got Burrow, I think. There's like triple threats right now, all on TJ. And so, I mean, you know, granted, these guys, they're always going to ask me, or they're always going to complain to me, and I call it complaining to. They say, VNN, how come you don't ever publish whenever we zero one of your guys, or whatever the case is? And how about I'm not online, or I'm not recording, or whatever pick a scenario. How about one of you guys start a YouTube channel, publish the videos? I will be more than happy. And by the way, we got all those forts. Mwah, I know you guys like that, just like you like my comb over. Look, at the end of the day, if you guys want your videos to be seen, make a YouTube channel. I will help promote your YouTube channel. I promise you guys, I'm not against it, because I feel like if you guys do YouTube and I do YouTube, then we all win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but you better have some commentation in there or something like that, because somebody, and I'm not going to mention who, said, well, if you're so backlogged, Ewok, how about you make a montage series or whatever the case may be, you know, of rally attacks? And I'm just like, that sounds like a come over idea, right? Where I can just put rallies up there and put music in the background. Those YouTube channels fail. Oh, just like this rally. Oh, that's so. I'm still getting the giggles off this rally, bro. Come on. What is with you guys in hoarding troops? I don't get it. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is this. Is that all of those YouTube channels, I'm not going to mention them, they basically wait on somebody else, like somebody else to make their content for them, and then because they don't know their butthole from their elbow, they basically just play music in the background and get views or whatever the case may be. That's great and all, but, and here comes Main up for the follow-up 0, right? That's great and all, but that doesn't really work for me, okay? A lot of people really, really, truly want commentation. They want to know that the YouTuber knows what they are talking about, and that's why I don't do a lot of these montages that these guys are asking for. But anyways, so guys, look, hopefully you guys liked it, but y'all know what I'm talking about, though. Just kidding. Rally defend. Look at Walking Crow. Got you guys, right? I knew it. Check this out. He had no leader in his base, and he was in farmer talents. I mean, which doesn't really matter, but look at that defend, bro. Look at that defend, bro. Just watch. Look at this. Look at this. All those heroic fighters. GG, bro. GG, bro. All of those T4s. Poof. Right? And this is why a lot of people only want to defend, because they don't lose any troops. But I don't know, man. Look, it's boring to me. I cannot just defend, because if I just defend, then it's no good. And they're like, why are you posting homeboys, troops to the internet, yada, yada, yada. Well, listen, Malaki, right? TJ already has all of these numbers, and so does everybody else, because they all share information. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. Look at this. And we do another rally. We are ruthless in K152. There's like, what? There's been 2 guilds that are like supposedly was competitors that migrated the F out because we are rallying everybody. Look at that. He was going to rally again, but then he's just like, psych. Not going to happen. Anyways, so guys, look, that guy was empty that we rallied. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these videos, and if you guys did, let me know inside the comments. But y'all know what I'm talking about though, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by to spend some of your quality time And ooh la la! Extreme comb over day, baby. Let's go. Yeah.